Today, Abu Dhabi is a world-class leader in planning guidelines, standards, and master plan implementations for city development. In response to major development, the Department of Urban Planning and Municipalities in Abu Dhabi with Esri have partnered to design solutions to shape the city by using ArcGIS Urban. I believe that these solutions will make a difference to support our planner users by support of geospatial engines. I would like to ask our teams to have a deeply showcase to present the solutions.
The solution offers a complete monitoring tool to assess and shape the city of Abu Dhabi to ensure that our residents have a better access to a public transit, like bus accessibility. It provides a common platform for our planner, architect, stakeholder, and developer to apply various indicators to make a better informed planning decision. The Department of Urban Planning and Municipalities are responsible for master planning and managing the building city code. The central business of Abu Dhabi Island was identified as an opportunity area. The development code regulates where new development can be assessed, monitored, based on an approved regulation. With more than 50 larger projects that occur in Abu Dhabi in the last 5 years, a growth at this scale requires an innovative approach to model our code. This study area was a proactive approach to urban revitalization in the heart of Abu Dhabi Island.
Let's dive into the Central Investment Corridor and plan this very special neighborhood of Abu Dhabi in 3D in the web browser. Zoning determines what you can and cannot build on a property, building use, dimensional requirements, and densities. Typically, however, zoning code is legal text, paragraph formats, and it can be very cumbersome to interpret. But ArcGIS Urban can be calibrated to the local zoning code and then can apply it in scenario planning. The first baseline scenario looks at how much land is feasible for development today. We can use this suitability score to help us choose our areas of interest. This suitability score compares the existing gross floor area, or total floor area, for the existing built structures and compares that to the maximum floor area allowed by the development code and selects these properties. We can see a likely development pattern if no changes were made to the current zoning code. Engaging in a discussion with planners, municipalities, and stakeholders on how much is enough or how much more is needed. Using ArcGIS Urban, we can propose new zoning changes and explore build-out scenarios for our plan area. In this case, in this higher development potential scenario, we can see that using ArcGIS Urban, we can propose new building heights, new building uses, and using the dashboard here, we can see that there's a high percentage of both retail now, as well as office space throughout the plan. What you're seeing here are plausible building forms. These are based on the underlying zoning constraints and allow us to compare the existing conditions to what might be built. Because we have such a high percentage of both retail and office, let's change these lots here from office and retail to residential and balance the space use around our plan. We can search for and apply different building types. These are local building types. In this case, transforming these properties here from residential, retail and office to a residential use. We can also explore changes to the underlying development code itself. For example, adding a higher intensity allowed on those plots. In this case, we can propose an increase to the maximum height that you're allowed to build to, in this case from 100 to 200 meters. We can also set multi-level setbacks that allow us to not only control the architectural form of our future buildings, but also influence the investment potential. We can also set allowed space uses, so it's not only retail and office that's possible here, but also residential. We can immediately see how these changes to the underlying development code might impact our plan. So in addition to measuring the amount of building construction here in the dashboard, which is now a percentage of about 20% for our residential use, we can estimate key indicators such as the total population, the number of households, and the number of jobs. ArcGIS Urban provides a central overview of active plans like the investment corridor and active projects, relieving development pressures, which are largely felt due to a disconnect between a proposed project and the underlying development code and what it allows for. ArcGIS Urban is a new solution product that we're developing in partnership to improve urban planning and decision-making for your communities, connecting both the planners, but also the real estate developers and stakeholders to a common platform. This pattern represents a new solution product and a new focused workflow to help you plan your cities.
At Department of Urban Planning and Municipalities, it's very important to have a holistic view of urban development life cycle. The town planning at the municipalities, they're responsible for building permits and urban design. And they're actually excited to use ArcGIS Urban because it helps them to monitor and assess projects in a small and a large scale. Also, for initial review to be approved and permitted. Also to ensure that the balance are maintained in the city and to avoid any oversupply of residential units. So let's navigate to the Reem Island. Reem Island is located in the north of the Abu Dhabi main island and is undergoing a high number of individual building projects. Visualizing a new building in its surrounding context, it minimizes unnecessary bottlenecks and also it provides a better oversight for our city leader. Municipalities manage the building database management system and they're currently now managing 70,000 building floor plans, where the consultant and contractors submit as planned and as built for new building floor plans. Construction permitting team reduce risk and save time in the building permitting review process. The police can improve the indoor emergency response, and the public can take the advantage for a better wayfinding and navigation. ArcGIS Urban can interface with the building database management system and establish a common operating environment across all departments in the municipality. An immersive model of what's being planned, what's being built, and where. We can visualize the impact from one of our active building projects and try to coordinate it with our future project like at the Metro, to better coordinate our large-scale mobility plan with how we prioritize our development. ArcGIS Urban can deliver a growing amount of urban data and analytics into the hand of the city planner and other government officials. This collaborative platform ensures economically resilient and vibrant city for generation. Thank you very much.